Hi, I'm Lee Benz, the homescholar, and Misty asked me, how do I prepare my children for college and enjoy the journey on the way? And I love that question, Misty. Thank you. First of all, you probably will enjoy the journey on the way just because you're talking about it. And I love seeing parents that really have the heart of homeschooling like you do. So thank you so much for that. I will say that in my homeschool, one of the things that we look back on the most fondly is probably the read-alouds. My children talk about read-alouds even now, and they're 25 years old. And so, it's something that they remember very fondly. In fact, I'll tell you, my daughter-in-law, she said one time, "Oh, Kevin, he has such a wonderful reading aloud voice. He must have had a lot of books on tape when he was young." And Kevin and I looked at each other and started laughing because that would be me. I'd be the book on tape, right? So I would say having some, we used to call it cozy couch time, right? We would read the Bible, we would do our read alouds, we would study the history together and that sort of thing. Whatever you can do to develop the family closeness, that's really how you're going to enjoy things along the way. But there's one other issue to think about, and that is delight-directed learning. Because if you encourage your children to, yes, they study the core classes, they do their math, they do their science, they do their history and writing, but at the same time you give them the freedom and the opportunity to pursue things that they're really interested in, then they will grow more as a person. They'll also develop what colleges call passion. It's the thing that they really care about. So for one child it might be economics, and for another child it might be robotics, right? Each child will have their own thing, and it's not going to look the same. It's not even supposed to look the same, all right? So you allow them the time to pursue what they're really interested in. A couple of things are going to happen. First of all, colleges love that. They reward that with scholarships because they like to see passion, interest that a student has over 4 years of time. So, it's good financially for the parents to be encouraging delight-directed learning in their child. But the other thing that it's going to do is to help your child to sort of think about what they want to do in the long run. Because, life doesn't end when you graduate high school. They have to somehow make a living and find a job. And the way to find a job that's meaningful to them is to have that delight-directed learning where they can practice. It's like trying out different careers and opportunities. It does not mean, though, that your child is going to try politics, hate politics, and then they're a failure or whatever. It just means that in high school you have the opportunity to try this, I didn't like it, and then try that, didn't like it, and then maybe the third or fourth thing you try is the thing that you do like. And so if you're thinking about how do you make this a really enjoyable time in your lives when your children are going to look back and say, I'm so glad I homeschooled, then what you want to do is you want to foster that family closeness. Make sure that you have some time when you're actually loving your children, loving being together, enjoying homeschooling together. And at the same time, you're allowing them to pursue delight-directed learning because it's going to help them in their career, and hopefully it will help them to get college scholarships as well, to which I give, 2 thumbs up to the college scholarships. So I hope that helps.